So let's settle a debate that is happening everywhere right now, from offices to classrooms. ChatGPT versus Gemini. The thing is, the answer is not at all what you think it is. We're about to break down a brand new case study that completely flips the script on how you should be using these tools.
This is the big question, right? Every single one of us, from coders to creators to students, we're all trying to figure out which of these AI giants we should bet on. But what if I told you that asking which one is better is actually the wrong question entirely? Turns out this isn't about one of them winning. It's about how you can use them together.
Instead of just reading feature lists online, one expert decided to put the very latest, unreleased versions of both of these platforms through the ringer. He threw a bunch of intense, real-world work scenarios at them. And what he found? Well, it's going to fundamentally change how you approach your work with AI from now on. So, who exactly is our guide on this journey? Let's meet the researcher who ran this incredible experiment.
Okay, so this is Naresh, but you might know him as AI Guru G. He's this brilliant researcher who's built a huge reputation for his practical, hands-on case studies. No fluff, just real tests. And for this showdown, he got his hands on what he calls the next-generation versions of these platforms. We're talking the equivalent of GPT 5.2 and the newest Gemini Advanced. His goal was simple: see what the future of AI actually looks like for getting real work done.
All right, let's jump into the first major revelation. This one completely reframes our entire understanding of what ChatGPT has actually become.
Here it is. The core insight from his study is that ChatGPT has evolved way beyond being just a chatbot. As you can see right here, it's really structured more like an entire operating system for your professional life.
So what does an AI operating system actually mean? Well, it means ChatGPT now has these specialized apps built right inside of it. For example, let's say you're buying a new camera. Instead of spending hours digging through review sites, you just tell its shopping research app what you need and your budget, and boom, it generates a full report with the best recommendations. It's become this central hub for planning, logic, and deep research.
And I love how Naresh summarized this. He calls it the ultimate productivity flex. And that's exactly what it is. When it comes to logic, planning, and organizing your day-to-day work, ChatGPT is playing in a completely different league now.
But hold on, that's only half the story. While ChatGPT was turning into this productivity OS, what was going on with Gemini? Well, it was having its own quiet transformation into something totally different, and honestly, just as powerful.
The researcher actually unlocked 6 incredibly powerful features inside Gemini Advanced that most of us, well, we just completely overlook. And this right here is where the whole picture really starts to come into focus, especially if you're someone who makes things.
And this visual just lays it all out perfectly. I mean, look at this. The first feature, what the researcher calls VO 3.1, generates high-def video from a single prompt. That's your video editor, right there. Then you've got Imagen 3 for images that look like real photos. And get this, number 6, visual layouts, can instantly code the entire structure for a landing page. This thing isn't a planner, it's a full-blown production house.
So the conclusion here is crystal clear. If ChatGPT is your operating system, then Gemini is your personal creative studio. It's not built for managing your tasks, it's built for making things: videos, designs, code, all your creative content.
And this quote from the study, man, it just hits the nail on the head. It says, AI didn't replace me, it made me more capable. Gemini isn't here to take over your creative process. It's here to supercharge it, to act as your team of specialists, your video editor, your designer, your coder, making you infinitely more capable.
So after all that, which one wins? Is it the productivity manager or the creative powerhouse? Well, here's the twist. The verdict isn't about picking a winner at all. It's about changing how we even think about the competition.
See, the answer isn't either or. It's both. The absolute smartest strategy is to stop treating them like their competitors and start seeing them as specialists on the same team. You use ChatGPT as your manager for all the logic, the research, the planning. Then you hand that blueprint over to Gemini, your creator, to actually execute the visuals and the creative assets. It's like one is the brain and the other is the hand.
The researcher actually gives this whole strategy a name, and it's perfect. He calls it building a team of agents. And this is a really fundamental shift in how we think. We're moving away from looking for one single all-powerful AI, and instead, we're learning to be the conductor of an orchestra, a whole team of specialists, each one playing to its unique strengths. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually apply this team of agents strategy to your own work, like starting today? Let's break it down into a simple, actionable workflow.
Here it is, your new workflow in 3 easy steps. First, you plan. You head over to ChatGPT, your manager, to outline the whole project strategy and break down all the tasks. Step 2, you create. You take that plan over to Gemini, your creator, and generate all the videos, images, and code that you need. And third, and this is the most important step, you coordinate. Your role has completely changed. You're not just a user anymore. You are the leader of your own AI team.
And that brings us to the final and most crucial question to leave you with. If AI is no longer just a tool that you use, but a team that you lead, what does that make you? It makes you the creative director, the strategist, the project lead. It elevates your role from being an operator to being an orchestrator. And that is the true evolution of work in the age of AI.